Back in 2019, 20th Century Fox released 6 Alien shorts to celebrate the 40th anniversary of Alien. So today, let's rank all 6 of the shorts from worst to best. Hey everybody, my name's Justin here. I try to watch everything that hits theaters and on streaming services. If you guys are like me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and click that notification for more up and coming content. With Alien Romulus just released in theaters, it's a perfect time to discuss these Alien shorts, which I have just watched for the first time. I remember when they were released, I just didn't get around to watching them. I want to give a quick thank you to the talent of who recommended this video. It was a pretty good idea to check out these shorts with Alien Romulus just released. If you haven't watched them, they are on YouTube. They are all free. They're all about 9 to 12 minutes long, and you do see some connections and inspiration from the Alien franchise. So enough talking, let's get into these shorts. Coming in last place, Night Shift. This short takes place on a colony where 4 unrelated individuals find themselves at the forefront of a xenomorph outbreak. Like I said, all of these shorts are nicely shot and they're all fairly short, but Night Shift is the one that feels like it takes its time to actually get started. There's a lot of buildup in the beginning. You have the name drop of Weyland, 4 unrelated individuals during this night shift. But once we'd established the beginning of this film, we have a pretty satisfying chest bursting scene, which does allow for the intensity of that scene to carry over for the last few minutes of this short. It's only about 9 minutes long. It takes its time to actually get established, but once we get the action of this short, it becomes more intense and bloody and pretty suspenseful. Coming at number 5, Ore. This has a really simple story of a group of miners who do discover a xenomorph. I really did like a different setting for this Alien short, as the Alien film do take place on a colony or in a spaceship, but being in a mine, it does allow for a different setting and a different experience when it comes to the xenomorphs. With Ore being lower on the list, there's not the right amount of tension in this film. You do have a group of characters who do realize the importance of securing themselves and not getting the organism out to the open. That could allow for more of that outbreak, so the characters have to take these risks, and these are well-written characters in a very short amount of time. There's just not the right amount of suspense throughout this short film. You have to establish your setting and the characters in the beginning of the film, and then that threat and then that risk that the characters take. It's pretty simple, it's pretty short as well, but nicely shot with a cool setting that allows for some intensity that arises throughout the short, but it never reaches a certain height that you would expect. Coming in 4th place, Containment. Containment is a really simple idea that plays with the fear of a group of characters. They are worried that they are the one that has this organism in them. And that fear, that dread leading to figuring out who actually has the organism within them. It's an effective short that I feel like it would be a scene in the middle half of an Alien movie when the group of characters discover these eggs and the face huggers and worrying about who actually has one of them inside of them and denying that they are the person or accusing someone else who may have that organism within them. That sense of dread and fear carries throughout the entire short. It's a simple short with a decent story that doesn't try to go past its setting and all focus on our characters and their fear of being controlled by that organism. Coming in 3rd place, Specimen. Julie works a night shift at a greenhouse facility. She ends up hearing some noises. There's also a dog within this short, but there's a right amount of suspense throughout the short as Julie starts to hear the sounds. She sees things and the camera is following her, showcasing certain things in the background that may eventually be a face hugger. So there's this quiet environment as Julie is slowly walking around different areas trying to locate what is happening within this greenhouse. And the slower beginning has a lot of fear and tension, and it just gradually builds throughout this short. I like the simplicity of this short, but also allowing for that atmosphere to tear its way through this short and allowing for a facehugger to pop throughout this movie. It understands the tone of the Alien films in a very effective short film. Coming in second place, Alone. Alone is a very interesting short. It has a setting that feels very reminiscent of Alien. The sounds of it feel very similar to Alien, but it involves an android that is left on its ship with a facehugger. The facehugger realizes that it cannot impregnate this android and just does not want to get involved with it, but the android becomes quite attached to this facehugger, starts to study it, mourns its end of its cycle, and starts to care for it. And it's a unique way to bring a facehugger and android into a short where all of the scenes with facehuggers are very intense and very quick. This allows for it to be a bit slower and more personal to get a deeper understanding of the facehugger and how androids can have sort of attachment to things, in this case being a face hugger. So it's not a short that has a lot of blood and violence and action. What I really did appreciate about this short is that it's a very interesting story involving a face hugger and android and gradually building I don't want to say a relationship, but a connection between the two. I really embraced that story, and I was really captivated very early on when the facehugger didn't want to be involved with this android, but eventually the two became connected and it became something very different than I expected off of the previous shorts that I did watch. Coming in last place, Harvest. This is a really suspenseful short. It immediately jumps into the height of its story. It has more xenomorphs than other shorts. It has more action and blood. It's a short that feels very reminiscent of Aliens, and it does have that horror vibe. It knows how to capture the intensity, the horror, the action of the films while being a quick, effective film that doesn't have to establish its characters and a unique story. It just jumps into the height of it all. The characters are running from a xenomorph. It has some chilling moments for a xenomorph and some satisfying moments along the way. This is the one that I felt had the strongest connection to the Alien franchise in terms of the horror and the action as well. Had a really nice balance to it. So there you guys have it, all 6 of the Alien shorts to celebrate the 40th anniversary of Alien. You can find them on YouTube. Let me know your ranking down below and stay tuned for more up and coming content like this. My name is Justin Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.